content over everything here at the Reparations March 2019 Windrush Square. I'm here with King David, and we're here talking about black people giving. Tell me a little bit about your organization.
So BPG, Black People Giving, is a movement. You know, we are collecting and empowering our people for us to come together and move forward as one. We are building a nation. We call it Wayewa. Wayewa stems from the Hausa word, civilization. We like to say a love-based civilization, a love-based community. Almost like a vibration, an energy that we can tap into, that we can support the next generation and build, you know?
And how long have you been going with this program? I mean, and what is the essence of the basis of the program? I mean, I know you say it's a nation. Well, yeah, you are. Sounds a bit like Wakanda, so, you know, I'm feeling it already off the bat. Shout out Wakanda. But, I mean, what is the basis behind of what a step-by-step process you're doing? What is black people giving at the base level?
So, I guess the reason why we started is because we wanted to see a change in our community. I used to work for a lot of these big organizations like the Red Cross, World Vision, and often you find that, you know, funds were potentially being misappropriated, as well as it was almost playing a more of a sinister role on the consciousness of the black individual. You will be giving £10 a month to the Red Cross and expecting them to save the world in your name. But now we were like, no, we need to start actually getting our community together, collecting our community, and there was BPG birth. So what we do, you know, on the ground level, we do a lot of work first here in the UK, as well as back home in Africa. We find that a lot of our community, especially the young ones, has lost their culture. You know, they don't love themselves, they don't value themselves, so we're essentially trying to reinstall this. So what we have is we have a cultural club, a language club that we do for the young children here in London. We teach cultural studies, Yoruba language, cooking, spoken word, various different things designed to get these young ones to express themselves, as well as learn about their culture and build a foundation and based on their values, you know.
Where is that based? That sounds dope.
So that's based in Northumberland Park, you know. That's where it is at the moment, but as we grow, we will be expanding, you know. That is the aim. As I said, it's only been a year, 6 months, so we aim to grow,
Incredible. And whilst you say that, there are definitely a lot of black people out here who are quite eager to give and give money. Then there's also the black people out here who are a little bit reluctant to ever reach their hand in their pocket for anything. How do you get out? What's your experience with them? Do you find that you're able to get them out to give towards black causes?
I will be honest, it is very, very difficult, or it can be difficult at times, but, you know, I'm relentless, you know, and it's one of them ones where, you know, 10 no's will take you to a yes. And the more people you speak to, the more people, you know, you're going to get involved, you know. If I just touch upon a bit of the more of the work that we do, you know, so we do a bit of work in Africa as well. So we've got a disabled home that we support with full-time carers in Lagos, Nigeria at the moment, as well as we've got an orphanage that we support in Ijebu, there, Nigeria. We also provide a few child scholarships, sending a few children to school back home. We also have started like a sales and development program that we're doing for the 13 to 25-year-olds here in London, you know, where we're teaching them communicational skills, confidence building skills. We do a lot of positive affirmations, as well as teaching them about their culture and a bit about language, you know. So when people do sign up for our organization, you get access to our sessions here in London. We do yoga, meditation, fitness, self-defense, because, you know, mental health isn't something that's taken too seriously in our community. So it's something that we really need to address, a bit more stillness, as well as fitness and self-defense. You know, out here so much knife crime. I'm out here on the streets literally patrolling, separating fights day to day. And, you know, on a personal level, I need to be protected, but then my sisters need to be protected, my brothers need to be protected. So we need to start collectively looking after ourselves. As well as that, finally, we also do like financial education seminars. We're sponsored by a company called Noir Excel. They do financial education seminars talking about investments, credit, budget, and mortgages and money management. Because us as a community will never develop unless we build a strong economic base, and that's what we're moving towards.
100% big up. I mean, is there any social media where people can look up Wayewa or your organization or movement?
Yes. So it's BP.
Yeah, it's BPGYAWA on Instagram. Please check us out and join our community. Come to our services. Come and enrich yourself. All we're about is basically giving back to the community. So that's all we want to do. Yeah.
I guess I have to ask about today. It's the 1st of August. It's the Reparations March. It happens every year. This is the first time you've been here, or do you guys come every year? And what's your take on the whole Reparations March as a movement?
So this is our first time coming here, and my take on, and our take on reparations, you know, only very, very recently I've had a new scope on what reparations is. Previously, I thought reparations was, you know, almost taking out your hand and looking for reparations from, you know, a potential oppressor or a potential one. But now my mind has taken reparations to a repair of the African mind. you know, a regeneration of our mind, a regeneration of our culture, a new understanding of what was, what is, and how we now move forward, you know. So I agree with Reparations. I love the vibe, the energy here today. It's almost tangible. So many of our youth coming together, and you know, it's so great for the young ones to see, you know, the older ones in their African prints, as well as just coming together as one community, because that is actually how we're really going to grow. You know, 20 years from now, that is the future. So we must invest in them.
All right, cool. I'm going to let you go there.
General,
Big up, yeah?
thank you so much,
People
King.
giving, big up, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that,
Yeah,
General.
love, man.
Thank
Respect, yeah? Content of everything, innit, all the time. Captain Scarlet, we're out.